amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to my Doctor Who action figure collection. As I'll be going through every single one of my Doctor Who figure collection, going through everything from classic Who to modern Who. And so we're going to begin with basically the enemies to the Doctor. So of course, starting off with the classic series, we've got my Santoran spaceship from the Santoran experiment with a couple of Santorans. I've got a few Styres, I've got two Lynxes, I've got two Commander Stykes. So that's my little Santoran army. I just got to get the Santoran from the Invasion of Time, and I have all of the classic Santorans on figure. Next, of course, we have my Jurassic, my absolutely fantastic figure, which is a hand puppet of a Jurassic. And then, of course, next we've got Mr. Sill from Vengeance on Varos, which came with my figure of Perry, which you will see on another part of my collection. And then, of course, down here we have a giant maggot from the Green Death. And then, of course, we have my classic Cybermen army. So going from my two Mondasian Cybermen from the 10th Planet, the Tomb of the Cybermen and the Moon Base, the Invasion, Earthshock and the 5 Doctors and Attack of Cybermen, leading up to Silver Nemesis. Now, I am very looking forward to getting the next Cyberman set that is coming in a couple of weeks, basically the Revenge of the Cybermen set, so I can actually add them into the collection themselves. Next, of course, we have the Silurians from Warriors of the Deep, and of course the Sea Devils, and of course we've got one at the back and one in the front with the gun. Then down here we carry on with the actual classics. So of course we have the Mavellans, Mr. Sin, we have Magnus Grill, and it does come with the head down here. The two Astron robots from the fantastic story known as Earthshock, the cyber robots. Then, of course, we have the Fords from the Keys of Marinus, Sutek with two robot mummies. I do not have Marcus Scarman, unfortunately, which I do hope to get. Next, of course, we have D14 and then the Sensorites. And then, of course, down here we have the Ice Warrior, we have the Zygon, aka Brotan, two Autons. Then, of course, we have the K1 robot facing the wrong way for some reason. Then, of course, we have the fantastic Morbius figure, Chancellor Goth and Chancellor Brusler, Omega. And then, of course, going into my Master territory. Now, I do not have the Anthony Ainley figure as of yet, but I'm waiting for the new character options figure to come out because that has been leaked the other day. So I do have Roger Delgado's Master, then of course Peter Pratt's Master and Jeffrey Beaver's Master, along with the Malka and of course the Clock Master's TARDIS and the actual Master TARDIS from Castrovalva. And of course the next one does come with another re-release of that. And then diving into my Daleks over here. So of course we've got History of the Daleks set number 1, which is the Daleks. Then of course we have the Dalek Invasion of Earth down here. And of course down here the Dalek Invasion of Earth leading into the Chase. And then down here we've got another Chase Dalek. And then of course the Daleks Master Plan with the Flamethrower. And then going down here all the way down to my two figures from the Power of the Daleks and me Dalek Emperor Guard down here. Then of course we have Day of the Daleks from the History of the Collection. Then of course Planet of the Daleks, Death of the Daleks, and then Genesis of the Daleks, as I did pick up quite a few sets for Genesis. So we've got the Talking Dalek that I got from Toys R Us a couple of years ago, Davros from History of the Daleks set Genesis of the Daleks, and then of course some more Genesis of the Daleks there. So we've got 3 and then another 2 leading into Destiny of the Daleks. Then of course going in from Destiny to basically the 5 Doctors with 2 Daleks from that story and 2 Dalek Supremes from Resurrection of the Daleks. And then up here we have Resurrection Daleks. So I've got 3 Dalek Supremes with 3 standard drones for army building, 2 Necros Daleks. I missed the chance of getting more Necros Daleks. And then of course my Remembrance set with 2 Dalek Supremes. One of them is the original Dalek from 2010 and the other one is from History of the Dalek set last year, with 2 other Daleks. And then down here we've got the Emperor Davros, the Imperial Dalek and the Special Weapons Dalek. I'm quite looking forward to having the new History of the Dalek set, which will be going down here because it will be the Imperial Dalek. So that is basically it for my classic villains, going from Santorans to Daleks. So let's look at the Doctors and Companions. So in front of my Big Finish collection, I am currently listening to 40 and 42. We have my Doctor Who action figures. So in front we have Ian Chesterton, the Brigadier, Sergeant Benton, and Captain Yates with a regular unit soldier. Then, of course, I have Joe Grant, Sarah Jane, Harry, Leela. Then down here, if I can get down enough, you've got Kay Knight, Reminder 1, Reminder 2, Perry. Then, of course, the Daypole, Mal, Ace, Rose. Then, of course, we've got Mickey, Captain Jack, Martha, Astrid, Donna, Amy, River, Clara, Bill. Then we've got Graham, Ryan and Yaz, and basically Ruby. And then for doctors, I've got the Fugitive Doctor. Then, of course, we have the Richard Herndon figure behind her. And we have William Hartnell's first Doctor. And behind him, I have David Bradley's first Doctor. So I've got all the first 3 Doctors there. The second Doctor, the third Doctor, which was the online exclusive earlier this year. The 4th Doctor from season 18, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Ursula McCoy, Paul McGann, and of course, John Hurt. Then we have Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, Jodie Whittaker, and then more recently, the 14th Doctor without the coat with the 15th Doctor at the back here. And then, of course, up here, we have all my other spare figures, like my Season 7 Brigadier, going all across the back. So this is basically my other variants of the companions, then Doctors and TARDISes. So I've got the first Doctor twice. So I basically took the Adventure of Space and Time TARDIS and put William Hartnell's TARDIS there, with basically the first Doctor from the 3 Doctors, then my 2 second Doctors, and then of course my 3rd Doctor, then my 2 4th Doctors with Peter Davison, the Case of Androzani's TARDIS set with 2 TARDISes. I did buy 2 figures of Colin, but I used one for Sylvester, because I'm not spending £300 on the electric one for the 7th Doctor. The 8th Doctor, because he hasn't got a TARDIS, I've literally just used his diorama there. And then, of course, you've got the War Doctor, the 9th Doctor and TARDIS, the 10th Doctor and TARDIS, the 11th Doctor and TARDIS, with the 11th Doctor's TARDIS number 2 there, my customed 12th Doctor's TARDIS, the 13th Doctors, the 14th Doctors, and the 15th Doctors, currently from the B&M wave. So I've got my few TARDISes down here where you will see in a couple of videos. Then carrying on down here, we have my other variants of the Doctors, including a few customs. So we've got the 1st Doctor, the 2nd Doctor, including the Angegum Doctor. Then my custom 3rd Doctors, going into the 4th Doctor, and then into the 5th Doctor, into the 7th Doctor, and then at the back of here, basically you've got my fantastic diorama of the TARDIS there from season 14. We've got the 8th Doctor going into the 9th, the 10th Doctor going into the 11th, 12th, 13th, and then of course no other 14th Doctor, because there's only been 2 figures released, and one that's done is for the TARDIS, with my spare 15th Doctor up here. And then of course we have a few other dioramas. So I've got the round doors for the 1st Doctor, the fantastic doors for the 5th, 6th and 7th Doctors, the TARDIS diorama for the 13th Doctor and the 15th Doctor's diorama. And then we're going over into my glass cabinet. So then, of course, we are jumping into Modern Who with my modern Daleks. So, of course, I've got at the back the Genesis Arc going into the Cult of Skaro, the Daleks hybrid, with a load of other bronze Daleks, including the Emperor Daleks and the Metaltron. Then coming down here, we've got 3 Paradigm Daleks, well, 4 technically, because I do have the drone. But I've got 2 Dalek Supremes. The Dalek Supreme from basically the finale series 4, but it is broke. I need to get another one. And of course, you've got 2 Assault Daleks with the actual claw hammer, leading into basically the Renaissance Daleks and straight into the Eve of the Daleks sets. And then down here we have Cybermen and some other classics from the modern series. So I've got all my summon figures, 3 Autons, Zygon, the Ice Warrior. Then of course we have Beat the Meep there, Fashion Arada, Santarans, the Master, Silurians, the Ood, and of course the Juju in that shelf. Then coming down, we are going down to the next part of the figures. So of course I've got the Reaper, the Astronaut with Little River Song. And then of course you can see I've got 2 Lady Cassandras, 2 Savine, Face of Bow, and the Rachnos. And then straight down here, it is a bit dark, I need to get some lights, but I've got 3 Carrier Knights, 2 Cigarettes, the Smilers, the Heavy Host, the Clockwork Droids, got Grain Cooper, Dr. Constantine, the Editor, you know, the Gran, So yeah, this is basically my entire whole figure collection. So I have sorted it out. So the glass cabinet is basically for all of my modern Doctor Who's. And then round by the TV down here, we've basically got the Doctors, going from classic to modern, my TARDIS dioramas. Then of course we have my TARDISes and Doctors, my spare other variants of companions. Then of course all on that shelf, my Doctors and companions, but with in front of the Big Finish audios. And then of course we have my entire Doctor Who classic figures for the monsters. I cannot wait for Revenge of the Cybermen figure sets to come here. And I cannot wait to get the other Remembrance of the Dalek sets, because I'm really looking forward to getting another Special Weapons Dalek and another Imperial Dalek. And I cannot wait for the online exclusive of Anthony Ainley's Master to complete the Classic Masters. So thank you for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe, and share, and let me know if I'm actually missing any more of the classic monsters, because I know I'm missing quite a lot, like Marcus Scarman. I'm missing Jagras, Count Scarliomi. I'm also missing like the Axon people, the Gel Guard and stuff. I know I'm missing quite a few figures, but that's my figure collection so far. So thank you for watching.